But what we've done is we've come up and did a community blend. So every month or every other month, we come up with the admin team and typically 3 new members, and we create something new. We use a little bit of what's left.
He's naming the last one Omega. I would name it the Benediction.
Oh,
that's church.
Hey.
That's church. That's
what did we start with? We started with Genesis. So we started with.
I remember Tim telling you that name. Guys, we're back at Whiskey TV at the Whiskey Blendery, and we've got 2 of our Fanatics. Now, I just asked them literally, what does it mean to be a fanatic? Well, they did something called an infinity barrel.
Yep.
So you guys indefinitely are going to be here.
Oh, absolutely. Look, we called it a Solera because, infinity barrel is what, everybody calls it. So we did something a little different, but same concept.
And Solera means what?
So Solera means you take what you have in the barrel, you bottle so much of it, you leave a little for the next. And so every time there's a little something left.
That's what Solera means?
Yeah.
Oh,
so Louis XIII made cognac. There's cognac from Louis XIII still in when they release it. So that barrel never gets empty. That's where the brandy and cognac is really where that concept comes from.
If you think of it as like a pyramid or reverse pyramid, but basically like the original barrel you started with, a little bit of that goes into everything else, and it diminishes each time. But like you can keep older, they did this with wine. You can keep older wine in your blend by doing Solera because you're adding new stuff to it, but you're aging it as you go. And so that's essentially, we stole it from that. But
never emptied.
And I'm gonna give you guys a couple perspectives here. This guy's got one of the best sayings you learned from your grandfather about people working to get the same goal, but nobody taking credit. Tell him that quote.
Well, he's got 2 that are great, but the one I think that you're talking about is it's amazing what you can accomplish when no one cares who gets the credit.
And let me be very clear. These guys do an amazing job at the Blendery Mashup of accrediting the Blendery for being a place of creativity, being hands-on, and of course, finding great whiskey. And I would have never thought of that, but clearly you did. And then Richard, he said that. I said, man, we could all get further ahead if everybody just was like, well, let's just make sure that we're being supportive of local business, charity, all the things that the Mashup and the Blendery does here. So shout out to everybody who's a part of Battle of the Blends. Thank you for that support. But now walk us through what's all in there, man.
So we got 23 different whiskeys in there at this point, right? So everything's MGP, but what we've done is we've come up and did a community blend. So every month or every other month, we come up with the admin team and typically 3 new members, and we create something new. We use a little bit of what's left.
He's naming the last one Omega. I would name it the Benediction.
Oh,
that's church.
That's
church. That's
what did we start with? We started with Genesis. So we started with.
I remember Tim telling you that name, and I was like, let's close this 12-year market. Let's call it the Benediction. We thank everybody for their support, man.
So what we're doing is all about community involvement. We're trying to bring people in so people don't always get the experience that is so cool about the Blendery. I mean, it's in the name. You get to blend whiskey here, which is such a unique experience, and people never know how it's going to go until they get here. And we've been able to provide that each time we do one of these to 3 new people that have never gotten to have that cool experience. And so that's the funnest thing that we got out of this.
But now, what makes the Mashup being a fan page different than an actual whiskey group? Because I think you guys conduct yourself like a whiskey group, which is why you put out. I mean, let me be very clear. I talked to this guy off camera about the business side of it, and objectively, you guys are kind of selling 100 bottles almost a month, just because of this constant affect of like, let's blend, let's bring new people in, let's bring new customers in. You're creating a whole different customer experience that I don't know that we would have thought of had you not taken the initiative. And maybe we did, but there's so many great things happening here, you almost can't keep up.
Well, they're going to sell the whiskey one way or the other, right? Whether it's a club, distillery, they can't keep stuff on the shelf. But for us, it was about 2 things, right? The fan page being about the community, bringing the fans in, but it was also about charity. That's one of the things we love in Mashup, all of the admins, so many of the members. So every month we donate $10 from every bottle sold to a local charity. And that's really what it's been more about for us. Like, you're going to get great whiskey no matter what you do up here, but for us, it's about the charity aspect and bringing in the members and having them experience a different side of the blend.
I'm going to start one of those like mail bins, because the amount of mail I get from charities now, because we give, and then it's like, you get the automated thank you email, but then they're instantly emailing you something out. Hey man, can you give more? And it's like, I've got stacks of stuff.
And what's crazy is, because I've learned from Tim about this charity thing, a guy messaged me, says, hey man, I see you at the Blendery. I've been following you for 3 years. You think you could help? I'm like, look dude, the only way this works is if I talk to the person in charge. because I've got some questions. Never heard nothing else from you. But it goes back to
we
got a line there.
We will help. I mean, that's why this got started. I mean, it's for the community, by the community, people coming in. They're doing stuff that's very beneficial to the business. It all gets poured right back into the community that we live in. So it's all for full circle, and that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it special. And that's part of the reason why I think there's such like good karma around stuff. And it's like, man, how do we keep doing this? It's like, I don't know, man. There's good bourbon karma, and we like it just
Bourbon karma.
You bring good people in for a good cause, and good things happen like every time.
And the reason we've been so successful with this as opposed to another distillery, another place, Tim brings in amazing barrels. Like Tim has always had good whiskey, and that one of the problems with that is he's a small business. Access. Everybody wants good whiskey. Well, that's why we're able to create a fan page that sells so much whiskey from Tim, and all the other groups can still do it because everybody wants it. The question we get the most is how can we get this stuff that you guys are selling? So
gotta come here, man.
Yeah.
You gotta come here, guys. Well, we're gonna do a few more tests, but objectively, guys, if you've had the pleasure, you guys on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Facebook
And
Instagram.
Yep.
Instagram. And do you guys have I heard Tim ask before, do you have a limit to how many people can be a part of the mashup?
Because it's a fan page, right? As long as you're, about the Blendery and you're a good steward of the brand and want to be part of it, come join.
And it's full of nerds. People that love whiskey and get mired in it and care about the details, and that's why this project is that way. It's finishing, it's blending, it's everything. There's all of it.
And every time we release one of these, we've learned we have to tell people what barrels we used and what ratios. Did we proof it down? How long did it age?
When we do releases, we stopped really doing that because it was like too much information, and it was just like, we know it's good.
Yep.
Like I don't care how old it is. We know it's high quality. Give me Richard's tasting notes. It's kind of what we do, but your stuff is a little more detailed because people want to get into the weeds. They want to know like all the mash bills and where the barrels were.
Our page had a whole long post the other day about people wanting to know every mash bill that every
Battle of the Blend team did.
Yeah, they want a whole list of everything y'all have ever produced. That's how much they like this place.
We had to create a tracker for all the 15 and 16 years because people wanted to know what was released, what were the tasting notes, how old was it, what club did it go, what was the yield. Like people really nerded out on the details, so that's half the fun.
The details matter, especially on the super high end stuff. Like we nerd out on it too. So
And how does it make you feel seeing people in the community, which you again started with a big small idea? Great things have small beginnings, people, then they turn into amazing things because people like these guys show up and add value. So how does it make you feel knowing that these people, these two young men, took the initiative to help continue to elevate the brand? And I'm telling you, they're here more than I am. I'm supposed to be here.
It's great. I appreciate how easy they are to deal with. Because, heck, we had an hour-long meeting this morning about growing pains and how we can get better customer service, how we can streamline things, how we can, everybody has their value add. And so when we have a club that's as organized as this, knows what they want, has all the information we need, it allows us to, spend our time focusing on the barrels and the whiskey and the community aspect of it. So when we have to kind of do a lot of the legwork and we haven't heard back for a week on this and still waiting on this, we spend so much time doing that it takes away from the fun and from the whole thing that it's about on why we're even doing this. So yeah, these guys are great to deal with, and I'm intentionally not on the page because I get blown up enough. But yeah, I secretly want to have almost like a fake profile just because I want to nerd out on it, but I don't have time for that.
Hey, that's what you call it. What's the thing, a burner account?
Yeah.
Kevin Durant's known, but he's going
You
in.
need a burner email for all your charity donations, though. That's what you
Maybe
need.
it could be Ryan
Nope.
Guys, listen, man, we are grateful and thankful for the Blendery Mashup. Continue to be supportive of that. They're going to have a different dynamic that you won't see here, that you'll see there, and you'll learn a lot, but even more importantly.
And I've seen the schedule for next year on what they're doing. And I was like, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Yep, I want to do that. awesome stuff.
Which means the Blendery has to keep growing, people. So we thank you all for your support, and definitely you two guys. Join the mashup. It's that simple. Join the mashup. We'll be at the Blendery. Come visit us. Stay tuned. Keep it whiskey.
Keep it whiskey.
Keep it whiskey.